intention here. Maybe a one-word intention. Peace, it could be strength, it could be light, it could be grounding, equanimity, and whatever we need here today to achieve through this practice. Next, long in-breath. Pull that breath back into the hips, and then bring your elbows in close to your head. Let your forehead be on the ground, and as you walk the elbows in a little bit closer to kind of squeeze your head, bring the elbows an inch further forward and the hands over the back of the head in prayer. Take a couple rounds of breath, feel your belly expand, and feel your back broaden as you puff up right behind your waist, your whole rib cage. Take one more with the hands up and feeling that stretch sinking into the shoulders a little bit. Then go ahead and take that prayer and press it down to the mat in front of you, the razor edge, and lift the elbows up off the floor as you energize through that prayer, chopping it down into the floor and bringing your shoulders back. Go ahead and land the elbows once more in close, pick up that prayer and take that stretch of the triceps. Exhale and lower that prayer back down to the mat. Take it up one more time. And then bring the hands back down to the mat. And as you do, roll the thumbs out, palms up, and feel your upper back broaden. Feel your shoulder blades separate as you flip those palms up, thumbs out. Good, then right from there, go ahead and flip the hands back over, press into your hands, and come all the way up to seated as you walk your hands back. As you come up to seated on your shins and feel your toes pointed back behind you, inhale, circle the arms up overhead, and then drop the right fingertips down on the floor next to you and take that left arm up and over. Let your left hip get heavy. Maybe you look up or down depending on your neck. Keep reaching that left arm over. Then go ahead and take that arm and sweep it all the way around in front of you. Use your core to keep your core strength as you bring your body around. Left fingertips land and reach the right arm up and over. Let your right hip fall over to the side. Reach those fingertips up and over. Take one more breath. Good, then exhale and sweep that right arm around. Right fingertips to the floor, left arm lifts up, lean into that, bend that elbow into those fingers and sweep it across. Left fingertips land, right arm lifts. Bring it through a few times, flow through this, sweeping the arms across the mat. Feeling your back stretch as you reach forward and down, and then your side stretch as you land the hand either side and bring the opposite arm up and over. And just take a few more like this, few rounds of breath. Feel yourself open through that shoulder, through the rib cage, back of the shoulder blade on each side. Good, and then go ahead and bring it right back to center, fingers down on the floor, and then lift up through your heart. Interlace your fingers at your tailbone, let those fingers drop down behind you. Look up, lift, and pull your chin up and pull your hands back. On an exhale, we're gonna go ahead and start to come into rabbit pose or hare pose here with the shoulder rinse. So just go ahead and start to let your chin drop to your chest. Keep those arms lifted, scoop your belly in and really tuck your chin, bringing your forehead towards your knees. As you start to press into your shins, the crown of the head lands on the floor and the arms pull up. Take long rounds of breath. Breathe through that rounded spine, through those open shoulders. Take 2 more breaths. Good, then very slowly start to land the hips. Start to lower the arms and roll the spine all the way up to the top. Go ahead and release those hands. Give them a good shake as you bring them in front. Shake out your hands. Maybe stretch through the wrists, making a fist. Then go ahead and bring your right arm out in front of you like a stop sign, stop hand. And then take your left hand, bring it in front of that hand with the fingers pointing down. And draw your fingers, the fronts of your fingers down towards your forearm. Press the heel of the hand straight out in front of you, off of your shoulder. Nice hand and wrist stretch here before we start to use the hands. We'll open them up. Then go ahead from there, let go of that hand, let the fingertips point toward the floor, and then scoop them under. Bring your left hand in front of those knuckles and gently pull that wrist toward, or that hand towards you, stretching the top of your wrist. Good. Then from there, go ahead and release that. Take the other hand, stop hand, and pull it back with your right hand. Stretch through that wrist. Keep pressing through the heel of the hand. Feel the breath come in and exhale it out. Good. Then release those fingertips to point down. Bring that hand in front, right hand in front, and stretch through that wrist. Draw your fingers to point back towards you. Take one more breath through the front of the wrist. Inhale. And exhale, let it out. Good, then go ahead and release those hands down, shake them out again. Go ahead and stand right up onto your knees, bring your hands to your lower back. And we're just gonna move through the kind of sweeping motion that we did, but we're gonna come all the way up into camel on each side. So it'll be a single side camel. So from here, go ahead and reach your left arm up, look down to your right foot. You might tuck your toes so your heels are a little higher. Let your fingertips land on that right heel and then push your hips forward. Stretch through and reach over and back to the right corner of the room with your left arm. Good. Then exhale and slowly start to lower your hips. Bring your chest forward, arm down and around, and left fingertips come to your left heel. Reach up and stretch. Reach first for one breath. Exhale it out. Then go ahead and start to sweep those hips back, arm forward. And we'll take it back and forth a couple of times. Lift up. And then exhale, swing it through. Inhale, lift and stretch. Exhale, bring it through. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep it around. Good, and we'll take one more time, each side. Right. And left. Good, and then go ahead and release both hands down to the mat. Go ahead and tuck your toes, start to lift the knees up off of the mat and come into your first down dog. Go ahead and pedal it out a little bit. Feel the hamstrings stretch, your calves, your ankles. Try to invite the heels as close to the mat as you can, but if they don't touch here in the beginning, it's okay. Bend the knees if you need to, and breathe into your lower back. Feel your hands nice and strong. Grip the mat with all 10 finger pads. Claw the mat. Let your head hang and look way up to your navel. Just give a good neck stretch. Then go ahead and bend through those knees a lot, reaching through the lower back. Big round breath in and completely let it out. Good, then come up onto those tippy toes and take a walk all the way up to the top of the mat. When you get there, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, and root your eyes. Come all the way up to stand. We're gonna incorporate some of our sequence that we had this week. We're gonna go ahead and inhale, open up through that W, back bend. So you're just gonna open up your prayer, bring your arms out to the side, squeeze your shoulder blades together and lift your heart. Exhale, bring that prayer to center and really scoop your belly in like you're doing crunches. Good, then inhale, press that arm up overhead, back bend. Exhale, bend your knees a lot to come to forward fold and take ragdoll. We'll hang out here a little bit, just a few breaths, ragdolling and loosening up. And then we're gonna incorporate this ragdoll and that W into a little bit of a flow to get warmed up. So go ahead and take that stretch. Let yourself go side to side. We'll take a little bit deeper stretch in a second. So let your head dangle and hang, and let your arms dangle. Go ahead and switch side to side, front to the back of the foot. Good. Feet are about hip width apart. Go ahead and release fingertips to the floor. Go ahead and take your left hand to the outside of your right ankle or slip those left fingers underneath your right heel. Go ahead and straighten through the right leg, press through your right leg through the hip, bend into your left knee and reach that right arm up. Then maybe go ahead and switch legs, straighten through your left leg, bend into the right, keep twisting, reaching that arm to the sky, and then switch again. Good, then go ahead and release that set of fingers to the floor and switch sides. Go ahead and bring that right hand to the underneath, fingers underneath the heel or outside of the ankle. Bend into that right knee, straighten through the left leg, reach your left arm up. Keep it there, and then maybe switch legs, straighten one and then the other, and then bring it back. Just straight left leg, right knee bent. Left fingertips to the floor, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, bend your knees and roll all the way up to stand. Inhale, circle the arms up overhead, and exhale, bring them right down through heart center. On an inhale, squeeze and press your chest forward, hands back in that W. Exhale, round to scoop into a crunch, hands together in prayer. Press them really strong together. And then inhale, reach up, prayer overhead, back bend. Exhale, dive it forward, bent knees. Grab your opposing elbows side to side once, and then back to the middle. Bend into the knees, roll all the way up to stand. Circle the arms up overhead, and exhale, bring it down through prayer. Inhale, open up into that W. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhale, press it into center. Inhale, lift all the way up to the top. And exhale, dive it forward. Inhale, half lift. Take that ragdoll side to side. Grab those arms. Bring it back to the middle. Bend the knees and roll all the way up to the top. We're going to go through that again, and then we're going to add on. So bring it all the way up through center. Hands down and together in prayer. Inhale, squeeze back into that W, open up those hands, exhale, bring it in, press. Inhale, lift up overhead, back bend, and exhale, dive it through center. Inhale, half lift, grab those arms, bend the knees, ragdoll side to side. Bring it right back to the middle, fingertips on the floor, bend your knees, step your left toes back of the mat, low lunge. Ooh, I slipped on my mat. Go ahead and bring the knee down to the floor. And inhale, circle your arms up overhead. Sit low into the hips here. Let that right knee bend as you reach up. Then go ahead and interlace the fingers at your lower back. Take that release or the knuckles to drop down and lift up through your heart. Lift the arms. Hold it here. One breath. Inhale. And exhale it out. Inhale again. And release those fingertips to the floor. Left fingertips land. Lift your left knee. And spin open, easy twist here or dragonfly twist. Good, exhale, release right fingertips to the floor and step your left foot up to the top, feet with hip width apart. Inhale, lift, exhale, fold, take that ragdoll side to side first, then back to center. Roll all the way up to stand, circle the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring hands down through heart center. Inhale, squeeze back and open into that W. Exhale, scoop it forward, strong core, and press up to the top back bend. Exhale, dive it through center. Inhale, half lift. Take those elbows, ragdoll side to side, and back to the middle. Bend the knees, step your right toes to the back of the mat. Knee drops, arms reach up overhead. Take that back bend as you push into or bend into that left knee a little deeper. Release the hands down behind the back. Let the knuckles dangle there. Lift up through your heart. Lift those arms. Take one breath here. And exhale it out. Inhale. And release those hands. Right fingertips come to the floor. Lift your right knee. Spin open on this side. Reach that left arm up. Keep squeezing to the midline. Good. Then sweep that left hand to the floor. Step the right foot up to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift here. Exhale, fold it in and root to rise. Come all the way up to stand, right through sun A, dive it forward. Inhale, lift, and exhale, fold. Step right back to plank. Go through vinyasa here or hold your strong plank and push back, down dog. Good. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, stack the hip, bend the knee. Just feel that hip opening dog there. Reach up through that right knee, reach down through that left heel. Core is nice and tight. Now square the hips back off. Keep your down dog stance. Don't rock forward through your shoulders into plank. Just stay down dog and pull your right knee into your belly. Exhale, press it up and back through that right glute. Pull it in and press it up. Press through your heel. Inhale, bring it in, and exhale, press through that heel. Last time. Exhale, draw it through and step it all the way up between your hands and left foot meets it. Inhale, half lift here. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way up to stand and go all the way back through sun A again. Flow back through vinyasa to make your way back to down dog so that we can come through the left side. Once you make your way back to down dog, set those hands. Lift the left leg high. Exhale, stack the hip, bend the knee. Feel that hip open, feel your stretch here, right heel reaching for the ground. Good, then right from there, square the hips off, keep your down dog, pull in, crunch into your belly, strong core, and exhale, kick that leg up and back through the glute. Inhale, bring it in, exhale, kick it back. Inhale, bring it in, and kick it back. Last time, strong into that left glute, then draw it all the way through and step it up to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift here. Exhale, fold it in and rise it all the way up to stand. We're gonna go through that whole sequence again. This time, dive forward and grab your weights. So from here, bend your knees and roll all the way up to stand. Let your weights be heavy and let your arms be heavy. Good, we're gonna start from standing, that sequence we did first. So go ahead, inhale, circle the arms up overhead. Exhale, pull down into that W, squeeze back. Go ahead and draw them forward, squeeze the weights together, core tight, press up into a back bend. Exhale, draw it through center. Inhale, half lift. Bring the weights to the elbows and take it right and left and center. Inhale, lift and bend your knees. Step your left toes to the back of the mat. Drop that left knee. Reach those arms up overhead and sink through your hips. Go ahead and bring the weights back behind your back. Try to press them together or just reach them back as you lift into a back bend. Kick back through your triceps. Keep them strong. Flex your triceps and breathe. One more breath. Exhale it out. Good. Then go ahead and bring left weight to the floor. Lift the left knee and reach that right arm up. Let it stretch your chest. Let it fall back a little bit. Feel strong and stable. Good. Then reach that right hand to the floor. Step the left foot up to meet it. Inhale, half lift here. Before you come up, take that ragdoll side to side. And then back to center and roll up to stand. Inhale, circle those arms up overhead. Bring them together and prick. Open up through that W, arms wide. Good, then exhale, squeeze into the middle. Inhale, press up overhead back bend and use your core to draw you forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take that ragdoll side to side again and then back to center. Bend your knees, step your left toes or your right toes to the back of the mat, land your right knee. Go ahead and come all the way up through center. Set into that hip, bend that knee. Good, then from there, bring those weights behind you once again as if you're gonna tap them and kick through your triceps, lift through your heart. Squeeze and activate those arms. Go ahead from there, exhale and bring the hand forward. Right hand to the floor, lift your right knee, spin open, left arm lifts up. Reach through those weights, through the floor and through the legs. Good, left hand lands. Step your right foot up to meet the left. This time, inhale, lift. Exhale, fold and rise it all the way up to stand. Exhale, dive through center to the middle. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, go ahead and plant your knuckles or your hands with or without the weights and flow through your vinyasa and up and back into down dog. Good. Inhale, bend both knees and make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift here. Exhale, fold it in and rise it all the way up to stand. Flow again through Sun A. Draw it all the way through. Inhale, lift, and exhale, fold. Go back through vinyasa or plank and push back to down dog. Good. Now this time, we're going to go ahead, bend the knees. You'll make your way to the top of the mat. We're going to start to work on a Sun B, but we're going to add some reps in there. Inhale, lift, and exhale, fold. Bring your feet together, grab your weights, and come into chair pose with your hands at heart center. And what we're going to do from here is you're going to sit low into the chair, squeeze to the midline. Go ahead and take those arms up overhead. We're going to come through tricep extensions, but you're going to stay super low. And you're going to be balancing on one leg. As you lower your arms back, you're going to take right toe out to the side, stay low, and bring it in. Bring it down and extend. Down and extend. Keep squeezing. Feel that left leg working and stay low. Go for 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and stand all the way up, slight back bend. Exhale, dive it through center. Inhale, lift here. Exhale, fold. Go back through vinyasa again and push back to down dog. Good. Inhale, right leg lifts high when you get there. Exhale, draw it in, knee to nose, and lift it up and back. Good. Then draw it all the way through. Plant your back foot. Get your feet about hip width apart to come up to warrior one. But we're going to turn this into crescent if you can. So go ahead and bend your right knee. Come onto the toes in the back. We're going to work biceps here. So you have the choice of either working them high or down regular bicep curls. When you curl in, straighten the front leg. Exhale, extend out, and pull in. Keep your core super tight, and we're going to go for 8 more. 8, press through that front leg. 6, 5, both legs are tight. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and sit low. Keep those hands out there. Go ahead and reach the arms up overhead, and then you're going to tip it forward into an arrow pose. Arms straight down. Now fly out to the sides. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Keep your core super tight, and go for 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it all the way back up to the top. Reach those arms up overhead. Now from here, bring the arms down by your sides. Get your weight into your right leg. Draw that left knee up, and you're going to take it right into eagle. And when you sit down into that eagle, crossing the left leg over the right, sit nice and low. Keep your weights down by the sides of your legs. And here we're going to do shoulder pull-ups or shrugs. So go ahead and lift up, elbows higher than shoulders, and press down. Lift and press, lift and press, lift and press. Go for 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Keep it low. Squeeze into the midline. Bring the hands together in prayer. Pulse it on that one leg here. Tiny pulses. Elbows out. Lose your balance. Bring it back. Or bring your toe to the floor. And pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then go ahead and slowly unwind your eagle. Bring the fingertips to the floor and come to standing splits. Lift your left leg here. Take a stretch. Big round of breath. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold in a little bit stronger to your standing leg. Big round of breath in. And let it out. Good. Then from there, you're going to go ahead and take that left leg. Land it to the back of the mat, maybe whole foot first, and come back up to that warrior. So we're going to come back to crescent. This time you're going to tip it forward, and you're going to reach the arms back, and you're just going to squeeze into your triceps, into your upper back, and go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring those weights to heart center. Step your left foot up to meet your right. Inhale, circle the arms up overhead. Exhale, dive through center. Inhale, lift, and exhale, fold. Come all the way back up to stand. Sit low into that chair. And as you sit into chair, reach the arms up overhead, elbows point straight up, come through that tricep extension, and now left leg taps out. Extend it up, lower them and tap, bring it in. Tap and bring it in. Tap and bring it in. Sit low, go for 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Press all the way up to stand. Exhale, bring those hands through center, swan dive. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Go back through vinyasa, all the way up and back into down dog. Good. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale, draw it in, knee to nose, and press it up and back, 3-legged. Exhale, draw it through. Again, press it up and back. And then draw it through this time. Step to that warrior 1. Plant your back foot, grab your weights. Come all the way up to the top. We're going to do the same thing on the other side now. So if you can, come on to the toes in the back. Make sure your feet are about hip width apart. Extend those arms out in front of you, or you can do regular biceps by your side. When you pull into curl, straighten your left leg, and then open it and bend. So when they extend out, your knee bends. Keep everything nice and tight. Squeeze to the midline. Keep your focus and keep going. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now from here, arms come down by the sides, fly your heart forward, and we're going to come through those flies. Maybe this time your elbows are a little more bent, maybe the arms are straight, whatever feels best in your upper back. We go for 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Then from there, bring it back up to the top. Bring those, reach those arms up overhead. We're going to go ahead and launch off of that off of those right toes. Bring it up and over into your eagle. Wind those legs up. Bring your hands underneath your chin, elbows up, and then press down and lift. Down and lift. Those shrugs. Pull it up. Pull it up. Core is super tight. Keep your balance, your core pressing through that standing leg. 3 more. 2 and 1. Good. Now bring the hands to heart center and pulse into that left leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now from here, slowly unwind. Bring those weights, hands to the floor, and come to the standing splits. Lift that right leg high. Inhale, half lift your spine, and exhale, fold in a little deeper to that standing leg. Take 1 more breath as you lift the leg higher. Good. Then exhale and land those right toes, maybe the whole right foot behind you, to bring yourself back up to crescent. Go ahead and come onto the toes in the back. Right from here, tip that heart forward, palms face up, and lift, lift, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands to heart center. Step that right foot up to meet the left. Inhale, circle the arms up overhead, and take a wide step out, mat width. Go ahead and go through center to come to this wide leg ragdoll. Stretch that out side to side. Good. Take a couple more breaths. Exhale it out. Good. Then right from there, release the weights to the ground. Bring your hands to the ground. Step your feet back. We're going to come into forearm plank, and we're going to do saw planks here. So go ahead and bring your elbows down to the floor, right underneath your shoulders. Press down through those shoulders, maybe interlace the fingers. You're on your toes in the back. You're keeping your core super tight and your tail tucked towards your heels. Draw the whole body forward on the toes and then slide it back. Don't bend anything. Keep pressing and keep sawing. Keep the core super tight and keep going. Just keep pressing down through those arms. Keep the core super tight, everything squeezing to the midline, and you're pressing down through those arms. You're working the shoulders here, strengthening through the shoulders, so don't get lazy in the shoulders, and go for 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and drop the knees down, press back to child's pose, take a big stretch here. Stretch out that side body, stretch out your back, and then go ahead and grab a sip of water when you're ready. And we're going to move on. Good. So then when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and bring fingertips to the floor. Go ahead and tuck your toes. Bring your feet to your hands, grab your weights, and come up to stand. This time we're going to face the long side of the mat. We're going to start in goddess, and then we're going to work through a wide leg forward fold. So you're going to go ahead and bend into the knees here. Go ahead and take a second to dance down into your goddess. Hold your goddess here. Let your hands rest on your knees to begin with. Bring those shoulders back, straight spine. So come up out of it a little bit if you need to bring your shoulders back. Bring the arms straight out in front of you, palms face in. You're going to go ahead and draw that right arm back into a row, and you're going to twist to look back over your right shoulder, and then bring it to center, and then twist left and press, right and press, left and press, right and press. Squeeze and use your obliques to bring that body side to side and to pull those elbows back. And keep going for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Then from there, straighten through those legs. Stand all the way up, toes point forward. Go ahead and bring a flat back toward the floor, hands to the floor. Take a stretch in. Let yourself fold in first. Long round of breath, and exhale it out. Now from here, go ahead and start to lift your straight spine. So go through a long spine, root through your feet, keep your core super tight, and we're gonna come into close rows here. So you're gonna go ahead from here, pull both elbows straight up to the sky, and then exhale, press like you're pushing through water. Don't touch the floor. Pull it up and press down. Pull it up and press. Pull it up and press. Make those muscles work. Your legs are strong, belly super tight. You're not collapsing there, and the back is nice and flat. Pull it up and press it down. Pull it up and down. 4 and down. 3 and down. 2 and 1. Good. Then bring those weights to the floor. Go ahead and bend the knees. Take one weight at a time onto each leg and bring yourself all the way up to the top. Good. Now from here, depending on your body and your lunges, you might adjust your feet a little bit here. But we're going to start to lunge right first and shoulder lateral lift. Bring it through center, lunge left, and then bring it up and then down. So you're just going to switch your lunge side to side. And we're going to go for 8 more here. Squeeze up into those shoulders, activate those arms. Maybe squeeze your weights a little bit so you're really working those shoulders. And go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Straighten that right leg. Now from here, come back into goddess pose. So from here, we're going to straighten and squat into our goddess pose. So come down through goddess first. Bring those hands to center. Now when you straighten your legs, you're going to angle your arms, right arm down, left arm up, and twist to look back to your back arm, to your right arm. And then exhale, bring it through center, press up and open. Bring it down, squat low and open. Down and lift, down and lift, down and lift, down and lift, down and lift. And go for 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it right down through center. Straighten both legs. Reach those arms up and come to your 5-point star. Bring the hands right down through heart center. Heel to your feet in. Good. And as you come to feet about hip width apart, you're just going to go ahead, take your right toes behind you, keep your legs straight. Lift your heart forward and up, and we're going to come to bring the arms forward and then pull them back, shoulder width apart, and lift into that right leg. Point, arabesque here, and just get into that right hip, into that right lower back. Keep the left leg straight and pulse, 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 pulse. You might keep it up off the floor. You might tap the floor every time for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now try to keep it up there and keep it super tiny. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit low into chair and scoop your belly and bring the weights in. Good, then inhale, stand it all the way up. Exhale, step the feet out wide and take a forward fold just to stretch out that right side. Take the hips side to side. Nice stretch here. Let yourself relax into that lower back. Good, then when you're ready, go ahead and bend those knees. Come all the way up to the top. And we're going to do the same thing other side. So you're going to go ahead and point those left toes behind you. Right leg is nice and straight. You're lifted right up through your carriage. Your waist is long, core is tight. Bring those arms out in front of you first. Pull them back. And then right here, lift and pull, lift and pull, lift and pull. Keep squeezing into that back. I'm not going to do it with you because I can feel it a little bit in my back. So keep going, and go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now keep it high and pulse it. Keep it back and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and step it out wide. Reach the arms up overhead and dive right through center. Bring your hands, your weights to your elbow creases and take this wide ragdoll. Stretch that all out. If you need to pull yourself in a little bit deeper to stretch a little bit more, just go ahead and drop the weights, bring the hands behind the legs, and pull into a wide leg forward fold. Reach that spine down toward the floor. Let that lower back and those glutes stretch, hips stretch. Good, take one more. Good, and then go ahead and release those fingertips to the floor. Inhale, half lift, heel toe your feet a little bit closer, grab your weights and roll all the way up to stand. Go ahead and come up to the top of the mat. Right from here, we're gonna come through that first sequence that we did where we have the low lunge and the W. So from here, standing tall, feet are a little bit hips width apart. Inhale, circle the arms up overhead, and exhale, draw the hands down through center. Take that W, lift your heart, squeeze back. Squeeze in and crunch. Inhale, open into that W again. We're gonna keep it right here a little bit, and we're gonna work through that upper back and through your core, kind of like these standing crunches and cat-cows. So go ahead and open it up, and then exhale, close it in. Open it up and close it. Open it up and close it. Open it up and close it. One more time, open it up. Last time, close it. Inhale, reach up overhead, slight back bend, and exhale, dive through center. Inhale, half lift. Take that ragdoll side to side, one side, other side, center. Go ahead and bend your knees. Take your left toes, step them to the back of the mat. Drop that knee behind you. This time, reach the arms up overhead, sink into the hips, and take cactus here. Pull down and press up into your shoulders. Pull it down and press it up. Pull it down and press it up. Down and up. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Press it up to the top. Bring those weights down and left hand to the floor and lift your left knee. From here, open up, twist open first. You can take your hand to the floor, let go of that left weight if you want. We're going to come through triceps here. So engage your core, tuck your tail. Bring that arm right down and up and into your side. You're going to come through tricep kick back. So let your elbow be a little bit higher than your back and kick straight through. Pull it in and kick back. Pull it in, kick back. Pull it in, kick back. Kick back. And go for 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Release that right weight to the floor. Grab your left and step up to the top of the mat. Feet hip width apart. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold knees bent, ragdoll, side to side. Back to the center. Come all the way up to stand. Circle the arms up overhead. And exhale, draw it down through center, heart center. Inhale, open into that W, and then curl forward. We're only going to take 3 here. Inhale, open, squeeze back. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, open, and exhale, crunch. Inhale, press all the way up overhead, and exhale, dive through center. Inhale, half lift. Ragdoll, side to side. Back to the middle. Bend both knees a lot. Let your hands come down. Step your right toes back. Land your right knee. Let those hips slide forward. Bend into that left knee. Reach the arms up overhead. This time, pull it down into a low lat pull. So you're going to go ahead from here. Pull all the way down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you and your elbows. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, pull. Inhale, lift and pull. Lift and pull. Lift and pull. Imagine that you're pulling with pulleys, with weight. You have resistance. And go for 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Then go ahead and take that right weight to the floor. Lift that right knee. Lift that left arm up. Take that twist first. Squeeze to the midline. Good. Feel that arm fall back a little bit. Stretching your chest. Good. Then go ahead and start to bring that weight to the shoulder and weight to the floor. You can take the right weight out of your hand on the floor, right hand, and then go ahead and kick that elbow up. Kick back. Keep your core super tight though. Tuck your tail. Don't be just hanging out in this lunge. Press through that left heel and go for 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left weight comes to the floor. Go ahead and step up to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, go ahead and take that ragdoll side to side. Good, and then right from there, bring the weights to the floor, bend your knees, and we're gonna come to seated on your bottom here. So as you come down onto your bottom, onto the ground, we're gonna take a little stretch first before we work a little bit more. So from here, go ahead and bring the bottoms of the feet together, pull them in tight, and sit up nice and tall. Just go ahead and take this cobbler's pose, let those hips stretch out, let the glutes stretch out, and let your lower back. From all that controlling you just did with your core. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine, and then exhale, drape it forward. Maybe walk those hands out in front of you and breathe into your lower back. Let your knees fall open, feel the inner thighs stretch. Big rounds of breath in and back out. Take one more. And exhale it out. Good, then from there, go ahead and flip those hands over, roll the spine all the way back up to the top, and then right from here, bring your knees together. Go ahead and take your feet out or your heels out onto your mat, straighten a little bit through your knees, but keep knees up off of the floor. Go ahead and grab your weights, bring them to heart center here, and bring them knuckles touching. So you're gonna keep your elbows open wide, and you're just gonna twist here. So twist and lean back. If you feel like you can challenge yourself more, by bringing the shins to shins to tabletop and lifting the feet off the floor, go right ahead. Otherwise, just keep it tight and keep bringing it side to side. Don't dump into your lower back. Keep your chest lifted and your lower back lifted up toward the sky so that you don't collapse in there. Work that core side to side for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and pull the feet to the floor. Sit up nice and tall. Look up. Good, and then exhale. Go ahead and keep the weights close. Slide to the middle of the mat and come all the way down onto your back. As you come down onto your back, go ahead and pull the knees into the chest and give them a hug here. Just go ahead and take that stretch side to side. All right, and now we're gonna work through a little bit of a hamstring stretch, and we're gonna turn that into an ab exercise. So go ahead and lift your right leg high, let your left leg stretch out onto the mat, and take that hamstring stretch first. Go ahead and fingertips to the back of the leg, lift your head, neck, and shoulders up, and look beyond that leg. Good, stretch through that ankle. Maybe lift the left leg, stretch through both ankles as you stretch here. Let that left leg be really long and reaching to the space in front of you. Keep your head, neck, and shoulders up, your chin tucked, and grab those weights. And then right here, press those weights toward that left leg and keep crunching in. Keep your lower back pinned to the mat and belly button back to the spine, and go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold it there, and with both legs, pulse the legs in. Don't bend them, keep them exactly as they are. Use your lower abs. Hold your arms steady with the weights and pulse those legs in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull the knees into the chest, give them a hug. Put the weights right on the front of them. Let it fold in, rock it side to side. Good, then right from there, let the weights come to the floor. Go ahead and stretch your right leg out onto your mat and extend your left leg up toward the ceiling. Get that stretch going there, fingertips to the back of the calf, lift the head, neck, and shoulders up, and take that hamstring stretch. Stretch through that left ankle. Maybe lift the right leg a little bit and stretch through that ankle as well. Hovering that leg there, feeling that stretch in the ankle and in the foot. Then go ahead and grab your weights and reach them forward. Right here, take those crunches. Keep reaching and punching those arms forward. Keep your chin tucked. Keep your belly pinned back, legs super strong. And go for 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold the arms up there, hold the chest up there. Now lift the legs from the lower abs. Keep that shape and lift. lift. It's a tiny movement. It's working in the lower abs and that lower belly. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull the knees into the chest, give them a hug, and rock it out here, side to side. Good. Then let the feet come to the floor. Let your right ankle kind of cross over your left, almost as if you're going to cross your legs all the way, like sitting in a chair with your legs crossed. Bring it the outside of your right foot to the outside of that left knee. Go ahead and start to draw both legs over to the left, so the inside of your right foot is on the floor, and then take the weights onto that left thigh. And just let the weights kind of weight that leg over into the twist. Reach your right arm out and look over that right arm. So you're in this pinwheel twist here, spinal twist. Two more breaths. Last breath. Good, and then go ahead and grab that other weight, bring it all the way through center, and we're gonna do the same thing other side. So right foot is on the floor, left foot outside of left ankle, left foot comes to the outside of that right knee, and then take both knees over to the right. Let the weights land on the outside of that left thigh. Maybe your right hand holds them there, and left arm reaches out. Let the weights help you deepen into the twist and into that stretch. Feel a stretch in the lower back, the hip, the waist. Every breath, let it massage right in to that twist. Good. Take one more big breath in the twist. Good. And then go ahead and grab that weight. Bring the legs back to center. Release the weights to the floor. Right from here, go ahead and pull the knees into the chest again. This time, pick the feet up and bring your forearms behind your knees. Grab your opposing elbows. Widen out the knees, hip width apart, or shoulder width apart, forearm width apart. And then let your legs just kind of hang over those arms. Take a couple rounds of breath. Maybe you gently rock side to side. Opening up the backs of the knees here a little bit with the knees folding over the arms. And feeling that stretch a little bit deeper in your lower back. Good. And then right from there, go ahead and stretch the feet once more. You might even pick them up and take a happy baby here for a brief second, pulling those knees down next to you, feeling that stretch in the hips, and then eventually letting that go, letting your legs come down. Slow down or turn down your music. You can turn to a different song for Shavasana, one near the end if you wish, and just start to settle back. Take any last poses, twists, or stretches that you need here. And then start to arrange your body down and into your mat. Nice and stretched out to settle in. Feel the fire kind of subside a little bit now and your breath become normal. As the muscles start to soften, you might feel some trembling. You might still be breathing heavy and letting that start to slow down. With every moment, every breath, every bit of strength, determination, balance, equanimity, and that strong core settles and rests back now. As your eyes close and you feel them resting there, soften your whole face, your temples, across your brow, around your ears. Release your whole back body into the mat all the way. From the base of your skull, the back of your skull, through your neck, all the way down to your heels. And then release and soften the front of the body, across the collarbone, around your heart, through your belly. And release that pelvis back heavy. Release the thighs and let them slide out side to side, your knees, and let your toes just kind of rest out side to side. Any bit of tension or tightness that you feel anywhere, try to completely let it slide out of you and into your mat. Complete surrender, complete rest. Okay, now go ahead and start to move gently through your fingertips, your toes. Give everything a big stretch, your wrists, the ankles, the feet, the hands. And then when you're ready, go ahead and stretch your arms up behind you. Make your legs really long, your whole body's long as you inhale and stretch it out. And then sigh the breath out, let it go. Inhale, stretch once more. Completely let it go. Good, then go ahead and draw the knees into the chest. Give them a hug. And gently rock on your spine a little bit, side to side. Eventually find your favorite side in fetal position. And as you settle onto that side, continue to let your practice, the strength, the fire and energy that you created settles in a little bit deeper to every bone, every muscle, every tissue in your body. Go ahead and recall your intention, let it go. And then when you're ready, come up to a comfortable seat. Bring the hands together in prayer and bow gracefully and gratefully to that prayer. Grateful to yourself, grateful to your fellow yogis that came here today to share their strength and energy with all of us sharing their practice. As always, the light in me humbly bows to the light, energy, and strength in each and every one of you. Now I ask you to bring your prayer into your third eye, pressing it in. I wish you peaceful thoughts. Prayer to your lips, I wish you peaceful words, and prayer to your heart, a peaceful heart for today and always. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you next week. Namaste.